Yes, I would totally love to move up and into a new home out of the current one that I live in right now. However, I'm not quite sure how I can go about doing that. What's the process? And so if this is your current situation, like many of the current homeowners out there right now, you're not quite sure how you can move up into that next home that you want to get into, well then you've arrived at the right video. So real quick, let me introduce myself. My name is lvang. I am a real estate agent in the greater Milwaukee area market with eXp Realty. And the tips that I will share with you today applies to any market that you're in. So without further ado, let's get started on how I can help you to strategize and move into that next home that you want to be in. Now, let me start off by saying that there are those who are financially well off where they can be pre-approved to purchase another home while they still own their current home, and then they can decide to do whatever they want with their current home. So if you can do that financially, then go ahead and do that, as that would be probably the least amount of stress for you and the least amount of moving pieces involved. And if you're not in that buyer pool, then continue watching this video for the strategies that you can use to move up into your next home. All right, so the first strategy that you can use is the traditional home sale contingency. And this is where you sell your home first in order to buy your next home. So simply put, when you put in an offer for a home that you want to buy, in there you will write down that you have a home sale contingency. And this means that you must sell your current home first in order for you to buy that seller's home. So it's kind of a dominoes effect. You have to wait until your home sells in order for you to go close on this seller's home. And this may or may not be possible in the current market conditions of where you live. So your homework assignment is to go figure out what the current market conditions are for your local market, because real estate is local. It doesn't matter what's going on in California if you live in Wisconsin like I do. So if homes are selling really fast as soon as they list, right? So within a weekend, homes are already going under contract. It's a prime seller's market, meaning that the chances are that a seller is going to accept an offer with a home sale contingency where they have to wait for that other buyer to go sell their home first to buy their home. They're not going to take that kind of offer. They're going to take the one with the least amount of contingencies. So that's something for you to think about. Now, of course, there are some ways that you can improve and entice this a little bit better. One of them being that you put your home on the market first before you go out and make offers. So if you do that and say, it's a prime seller's market, well, first you're a seller too, correct? So if your home is in good condition, you put it up on the market and it goes under contract right away. Now you've already fulfilled one huge step, which is being under contract. So now your next task would be to immediately go out and start shopping for a home. And now when you put in that offer this time, you say, hey, I do have a home sale contingency. However, my home is already on the market and it's already under contract. So, the further along that your home is in the purchase process, if you can tell the seller, oh yeah, inspection's already been completed by the buyer, appraisal's been good, we're just kind of waiting for a couple of weeks here for closing, we'll be good to buy yours. That would definitely make a seller feel more comfortable about taking an offer with a home sale contingency. Now, there's another thing that you can do as well, which is a little bit risky. Completely waive the home sale contingency. So basically, you're telling the seller that, hey, whether my home actually sells or not, I'm going to go buy your house. And so that is sometimes risky, because what if it doesn't happen? What if your closing fails? Now you're stuck buying that person's house. And how are you going to do that? So the home sale contingency is the traditional strategy used by current homeowners to sell their current home and go buy their next home. And this can be a bit tricky with the timing and pressure and things like that. So maybe if you're a seller, you probably don't want to deal with that, right? And so another strategy that lots of sellers have been able to implement in a prime seller's market that we've seen, like COVID, and where there's low inventory, bidding wars everywhere, buyers are at the mercy of sellers' demands. And so what does this mean? Well, this means that as sellers, you can publicly tell all buyers, hey, we can close 30 days or, whatever you want to do. However, after that, I need post occupancy. meaning that the seller will request to stay in the home for a couple weeks, for up to a couple months, until they can find a new home. And then the seller moves out and the buyer moves in. And so sometimes, the seller will pay rent to the buyer. But if it's a really crazy market, of course, some buyers are like, you know what? They just need to live there maybe a month, maybe 2. I can give them free rent for those. As long as they pay the utilities and things like that and take care of the home, maintenance and things like that while they live there, well, they're willing to give that to the sellers in order to get that seller's home. So the seller can get out and go get their own home. So that is a pretty cool strategy that you can try to implement, the post-occupancy clause. Now, if your current market isn't quite as hot, where most buyers will not be willing to agree to a post-occupancy stay by you, then your other options would be to temporarily go rent, or if you have family and friends in the area that you can kind of squeeze into their house for a little bit, then you can try that as well. Or you could look at renting out an Airbnb, because sometimes it's very hard to find month-to-month leases. So that might be a viable solution. Or last resort, go stay at a hotel or something for a while. So if that temporary living situation can cause too much stress for you and you don't want to risk being homeless or deal with that, then there is another possible solution for you. And this is if your current home has equity. So if your current home has some equity available, meaning the current market value minus your current mortgage, if you have pretty significant equity, meaning greater than, I'd say 50%, you might be able to pull that equity out and then use that to purchase a home first. So you go buy that home first, and then you can sell your current home after you've already moved into your new one. So there are many lenders that I'm partnered with that offer these type of programs where they will give you what's known as a bridge loan or a home equity line of credit, where you can borrow the equity out of your home so that now you can go buy that new home first, get all moved in, and then you can go back and sell that home after the fact. So these are the strategies that you can implement in order for you to move up to the next home and sell your current home and try to make it as stress-free and as smooth as possible. And to help you do that, I highly recommend that you find a local realtor that you like, you know, and you trust to help guide you through this entire process, because there are lots of moving pieces on the purchase part, on the sale part, and as well as negotiating and putting together the most competitive offer so that you can win that next home for you. And of course, your realtor should be connected to loan officers, lenders who have the right loan program to help you as well. So definitely connect with one that you know and you like and trust and has the experience that can guide you. So if you're not in the Milwaukee area and you need help, I can still help you. I can still find trusted real estate agents wherever you are in the US. But if you are in the Milwaukee area, reach out to me, right? And then lastly, if you found value in this video, please help me out, hit the like and subscribe, and so that you can stay tuned for future videos just like this one. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.